This is what the grill looks like now. Little porterhouse, some broccolini, and I've got some potatoes and some foil. There we go. Just sort of in the middle there. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Oh, this is a big day. I've got a bit of new kit with me, and obviously by the title and the thumbnail you know what it is. This is the STOV barbecue, gas powered barbecue that I've had my eye on for, I can't even tell you, maybe a year now. I've been looking at this thing, and I sent STOV Barbecue an email a couple of weeks ago. The owner, Freddie, got back to me and said that they were very keen to send me one for me to have a look at and test out, and man, I was so incredibly grateful to have this opportunity to get this particular piece of kit, which I think is absolutely amazing. And yeah, here we are. So I'm going to show you what comes in the box. So what is it? This is a Flatpack Gas BBQ. It runs on these sort of style canisters with the top notch. Let me show you what's in the box. Alright guys, so when you open the box the first time, there's a couple of bits and pieces in here. A little card from Freddie with some recipes and tips when setting up, and some care instructions and where to find barbecue gas. Now in Australia, finding these canisters is fairly easy. I'm not sure where you are in the world or what it'll be like where you are, but here it's pretty easy to get them. So that's useful. We also have a little instruction manual, which is beautifully illustrated. Really nice quality. I'm a big fan of this little guy. That's great. And in my particular kit, now yours might be different when you get this, but I've got the windshield as well, which is great. I love the packaging, by the way. This is all biodegradable, lovely packaging. So first thing you see when you open the box is this bag. Beautiful branding, really nice bag. It's velcroed all the way around. So let's just, there we go. So we've got a couple of pieces, guys. So this is a flat pack barbecue, so that implies there's going to be some assembly involved. So this is the burn guard, got that. We've got a base plate here. Got a side and another side. Now I'll tell you, this is all made out of stainless steel. Now we've got the two side pieces and the grill, which is, I've got to tell you, this is very heavy duty. This is a beautiful piece of kit. Lovely STOV branded wooden handle. It's got some weight to it. Stunning. Then in the actual bag itself, underneath here, you have got the burner. This side is the connection for the gas. Very nicely made. Beautiful piece of kit. And on the other side, we've got the hose. There we go. That is everything in the bag. I'm going to get rid of this. There we go. Alright guys, to assemble it, it's actually really simple. Now this is not my first time doing it, it's my second time, so I'm probably still going to mess it up, but let's give it a go. So this is one of the front pieces. We're just going to slide that in there. And one thing that the instructions did say is to make sure that things connect well. So always make sure you put this thing together in the right way. I'm probably not doing it the right way, but I'm sure we'll get there in the end. Alright, cool. So that's the base done. Next up, I reckon it's this guy. Slide that guy in there. Alright, so let's get the last piece on. I'm sure I'm making a complete dog's breakfast of this. Oh, there we go. And let's get the burner on. Make sure everything is connected properly. And there we go, guys. That is a Flatpack Gas BBQ. I think it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It feels fairly solid. That's awesome. And then obviously your grill plate just goes right on top here. And there we go. Freddie, thank you so much for sending me this. I'm going to have a good time testing this out tonight. I've got a few menu items planned, so stick with me and let's get some dinner going. Get my gas hose. Gas. Let's go. Alright guys, so I just cooked some this is a bit of a torture test for this barbecue. These are some cheese kranskis. So they're very fatty, very oily. The cheese melts out and it's a complete sort of horror show. But the barbecue handled it beautifully. There were no flare-ups. I think this is actually really good. It's phenomenal, and this windshield actually makes a load of difference. So if you're going to get one, I recommend just get the windshield with it. It really does make a big difference. These cheese kransies have been off for maybe 3 minutes, and this thing is already cool to the touch. it heats up and cools down very, very quickly. That's awesome. So I'm gonna have my my sausage, and then we're gonna start thinking about dinner. But I will clean it when I get home, and I'll bring you back for that to show you how easy it is to clean, if it is easy to clean, which I think is an important consideration when buying any sort of grill, especially for camping. You want stuff that's easy, that doesn't take a lot of effort, that's easy to pack, easy to take, easy to use, and easy to clean. So far, the STOV Flatpack Barbecue is very easy to pack. It's very easy to assemble. It's very easy to use. The temperature control is brilliant. So yeah, when I get home, we'll figure out how easy it is to clean, and then I'll give you my final opinion. But for now, this is great. It's awesome having a little barbecue, and it's fire safe. It's fire danger safe. So if you're in an area where, you know, it's fire ban or fire danger season or whatever the case is, this is safe to use. It's pretty cool. Man, I'm loving this little gas barbecue. It's brilliant. It's so good. Oh man, I do think it's going to be a pain to clean, but I can't confirm that yet. We'll see how we go. But it's a mess right now. Right now, it's a mess. So we'll see how we go when we get home, and I'm keen to show you the process and what it looks like after that. But so far, from a cooking perspective, it's been absolutely brilliant. From memory, it'll weigh about 4.5 kilos somewhere, plus the gas canister of 600 grams. So you're looking at about 5 kilos of weight for this guy. But I think it's worth it. Oh, hello everyone. What an amazing camp that was. Back home today, little coffee. Yeah, so what did I think of the STOV gas barbecue? Man, I gotta tell you, this thing worked incredibly well. But like I said to you at camp, there's a couple of things that are important to me when it comes to portable cooking stuff, portable gas grill stuff. It's got to be easy to pack, easy to assemble, easy to use, and then easy to clean. So, from a packing perspective, this is incredibly easy to pack. It's great. It's tiny. It doesn't weigh very much. It comes in this bag. It keeps everything nicely contained. It keeps the mess away as well, which is really cool. Easy to assemble. Yeah, it goes together really quickly. Very, very easy to put together. Easy to use. Now, temperature control is fantastic. It works really great. And then the gas canisters, so these things are incredibly easy to find. They're readily available, and the stove is rated to run 200 minutes off of one of these, and I think that's probably accurate. It's maybe slightly on the conservative side depending on how warm you run the grill. So that's really cool. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to clean this thing, and I'm going to see how easy it is to clean, how it cleans up, and then we're going to have a look, and I'll bring you back for that whole process. But yeah, in the meantime, let's unpack and let's have a look at the carnage, right? Let's do it now. Cheers. Alright guys, so let's have a look. I haven't opened this since I packed up at camp, so I don't know what to expect. There might be some dodgy things in here, but let's have a look. I like that this bag is velcroed all the way around. That makes life real easy. This is the grill. This is the grill how it came out from camp. I hope you can tell. I did try and season it, so it should be relatively easy to clean. And then this is the burner guard. As you can tell, it's got a little bit of sooting on it, not too bad. Some discoloration as well, which is kind of expected. This is where everything dripped down. So this is the drip catch. So that's got a bit of mess to it. So this is the burner, and yeah, you can see a little bit of discoloration, but that's about it, and that's expected, totally expected for that. And I'll just get the gas out. That's totally clean still, and we'll see how everything cleans up, and I'll bring you back for that process. Cheers. Right everybody, I've got some hot water here with some soap and a scourer. Take my stuff off. You know how much fun washing dishes can be, right? So let's see if this is any different. I'm sorry, my neighbor is doing some stuff. I don't know. He's out there every day creating something. So I'm sorry if it's a bit noisy. This is the only time I have to film this video. So here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with just giving every single piece just a little wipe. So you don't have to be super pedantic with this, because these stainless steel pieces will just go in the dishwasher as well. I'm just going to try and make sure I get most of the sooting and most of the dirt off. Alright guys, so while everything is in the dishwasher, I'm just going to give the bag a little wipe. So I'm just using a couple of little wet wipes. These are like eco-friendly wet wipes. I don't want to do anything too intense. Cool. Alright, that's the inside. Just give the outside a quick wipe. Look, I'm sure this bag is going to get soiled, so I don't think you have to be too pedantic about this. I think the bag definitely cleans up quite well, as you'd expect. I mean, here we go. Cool. So the bag's pretty good. I like the bag. Bag cleans up super well. Let's talk about the grill. So as you can tell, the grill is a little soiled, but it's to be expected. I mean, this is a thing you use to cook food on. So the blackening you can see here is the seasoning. So it's come off in parts here after I scrubbed it, but those parts should still have some seasoning left on them. All in all, I think it came out really well. So this is great actually. So the rest of the grill is in the dishwasher right now. As soon as that comes out, I'll bring it back and we'll assemble it, and I'll show you what it looks like after, you know, quite an intense cook at camp. So we'll see, like, worst case scenario, what is it going to look like after your first use. So I'll bring you back for that. Cheers. All right, everybody, it's a couple of hours later. I had to go to work. So everything's come out of the dishwasher. Burner looks great. Everything turned out as well as I would have expected. This is what the grill looks like now. I think it's totally acceptable for a barbecue grill. It's not fatty, it's not greasy anymore. It's all good now. So the discoloring and everything that you're seeing here is just the seasoning that I put on, and I think that's totally acceptable. That turned out all right. So this is kind of what the one side piece looks like. A little bit of oil spatter, a little bit of discoloration, but you know, that's to be expected really. All right guys, so let's just get this thing assembled again, and I'll show you what it looks like in its completed form once again. So I'm gonna grab my piece there and my side piece. Now I am convinced that I'm going to get faster at doing this. I'm just not there yet. but it is very easy, I'll say that much. It's not as flimsy as some of the other barbecues I've tried to assemble in the past. This actually goes together really nicely. Let's get this going on there. Just like that. And the final piece, just going to go up here. There we go. That was already much faster than the previous time. And final piece is the little grill guard. And there we go. Fully assembled once again. I think that's great. So, guys, I reckon what we need to do now is, I've shown you how this thing operates for a single person. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're cooking for more than one person. So I'm at home tonight, my family's with me, we've got to cook for 3. So I've got a bit of a little menu planned. So let me sort all of this out and I'll bring you back for dinner. Sweet. All right, everyone, here we go. We have got some delicious, thick, beautiful porterhouse, some broccolini, and I've got some potatoes and some foil. And let's get that going for dinner. So this is going to be the first time that I'm cooking a full meal for more than one person on the stove. And I think it's important because, you know, when you take something like this out to camp with you, you want to know that you have enough capacity to cook for a group of people. Now, something this size, generally speaking, you're going to have to cook in sessions or portions. And that's perfectly fine. So I want to see how easy it is to cook an entire meal like this on this size grill for 3 people. All right, let's do it. All right, and before anyone comments, this is a single garage with doors on both ends. Both doors are open, so this is very well ventilated. There's no risk of burning anything or anything catching alight, so everyone chill. All right, let's keep going. So I'm going to turn the gas on here. And then, there we go. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of muscle, a little bit of grunt. And there we go. We are rocking and rolling. So the first thing I need to do, I'm going to get these potatoes on. So they're probably going to take the longest. So I'm going to get them on just sort of in the middle there. And I might just drop the heat just a little bit. There's no need to be turbo dickhead on these. So there we go. So this is also going to be interesting to see how long this canister lasts, because these potatoes are probably going to take about half an hour, I imagine. And then we've got to do the other stuff as well. So it'll be a good test to see. But in the meantime, I'm going to get myself a little beverage, and we're going to enjoy this little cooking experience. Cheers, everybody. How is everyone doing? What is happening where you are? What is happening right now as you're watching me cook a bunch of potatoes? I'd love to know. Cheers. That's very nice. All right, heat test. So it's warm, but it's by no means hot. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Cool. What do you guys think of this stove so far? Please let me know in the comments. Is this something that you're interested in? Is there anything that you would change? Anything you would like to see done differently? I think it's absolutely amazing. I can't think of anything that I would want them to change on it, except maybe bringing out a pro version, something a little longer maybe. That would be quite cool actually. Maybe a little rotisserie thing, that could be cool. And maybe having some notches for some skewers. That's a cool idea as well. All right guys, potatoes smell amazing. We are probably quite close now to completion. I reckon I might give it maybe 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna pull them off. And then we're going to stick these delicious porterhouses and the broccolini on there. Can't wait to see what that looks like. So let's flame grill these porterhouses and get my beautiful beer out the way. Let's do it. That's 1, 2, and 3. Yes! Amazing. Looks like a grill, acts like a grill. Cool. Let's give that a few minutes and then I'll bring you back. There we go. Alright. Cool. Fairly happy with the evenness of it. And half's going to go there. And let's stick the other half in between these two. There we go. Cool. That's amazing. So you can fit 3 fairly large porterhouses on this little grill. Woo! Yankee, Yankee. So cooking for a few people, yeah, definitely, totally possible. You may just have to like do something that stays warm for a while, like a bunch of potatoes and then your other things on the grill. The one thing I will tell you though is as you're cooking stuff, whatever liquids you've got in your food is going to drip out. So keep that in mind. You won't want to put something underneath to catch. I haven't done that today. It's, you know, it is what it is, because the plate under there is angled, so whatever drips down there is going to drip off. So keep that in mind. You don't want to put this on like any sort of textile that you care about. All right, everyone, that was awesome. What a fun cook. All right, I'm gonna take the broccolini off first. And then the porterhouses, and they look great. I'm very happy with that. Oh yeah. Cool. All right. So, can you cook for a family of 3 or a group of people on the stove grill? Yeah, you can. But first, dinner time. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, let's have a look. Let's have a little look. Alright everyone, dinner's been had, family's been fed, everything was awesome, really, really nice. So, in conclusion, what do I think of the STOV Flatpack Barbecue? Man, I think for what it costs and for what you get, I think it's a really, really compelling little bit of kit. It does a lot of different things. It solves a lot of problems at camp. Being able to flat pack grill a piece of meat or some fish or some chicken, whatever you want to do in this sort of configuration, I think it's great. I think as a barbecue grill, I think it's awesome. It's very good. It's probably not up there with like a Weber or something like that, but you do get the flame grill experience. You do get everything else the other ones offer, and it's a flat pack, fits in a backpack, fits in a car, easy to transport, easy on the beach, easy to clean, easy to assemble, and I think it's a no-brainer, guys. If you're looking for a little grill to take with you when you're camping or when you're car camping or going to the beach, have a look at this one. I reckon it's a really nice piece of kit. And once again, thank you to Freddie for sending me this to have a look at and to review. It's definitely going to be part of my camping kit going forward. I can foresee many scenarios where I'm going to use this pretty much exclusively. We've got a very long trip planned, 8 days going through the Cougs track in the Outback Australia, so this is going to be going with me on that one. And yeah, after that trip I might give you an update if there is anything, if anything changes, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a no-brainer, and for the money it's going to cost you, it's totally worth it. This thing is incredibly well made, very, very high quality. Just do it. Just get one. You won't regret it. I promise you that. But yeah, guys, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you've got any comments or questions or anything else you'd like to know, anything else, any suggestions you want to make, put them in the comments for me. I'd love to hear from you. And if there's anything else you'd like us to test, put that in there for me as well. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my little beverage, and I'm going to see about starting to clean this thing up again. Alright guys, thank you so much. I'll see you again. My name is Andre, it's Midweek Escape Artist, and cheers for being here. I'll see you again. Ciao.